You're watching SAFC live. We're broadcasting around the world, and some unbelievable scenes inside the Stadium of Light where the Sunderland fans are out singing the Sheffield United fans. It has to be said, Danny.
Yeah, and obviously it's packed at our end. There's a few spare seats, as you can see on that middle tier to our left-hand side, the Sheffield United end. But listen, they've got 30-odd thousand packed in there. We've obviously sold our allocation. Flags are waving. Carnival atmosphere, and we just wait for the players to make their entrance.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. We understand there's a special flag going to get unveiled as well in the Sunderland end. Look at that lovely commemorative tracksuit top as well.
Yeah, and just on that as well, we were chatting to a couple of the media boys who were around the hotel with the players last night, and they were saying, one of them said to us, didn't he, I'm amazed how relaxed the boys were last night. I can't believe how relaxed they were knowing what's at stake this afternoon. And you see Pato there having a little bit of a laugh and a joke. Dan Neil looks very relaxed. Inside, they'll obviously have nerves, and no one knows more so than Dan what it's going to mean to this club this afternoon. And he chatted last week, and he done an interview in the week what it meant for him walking out wearing the armband this afternoon to lead the lads out of that tunnel. So it'll be an emotional one for him and his dad. We chat to him a fair bit, don't we, Chris? But yeah, for the other lads as well, Chris Rigg, young lad, been at the club since he was 7-year-old. Anthony Patterson coming through as well. So it's good to have your homegrown talents getting out there, and as I said there, could become local heroes.
Yeah, Regis in a suit. We haven't seen that before.
No.
We never seen Alex Neil in a suit either, but he did.
He did, didn't he, for about 30 seconds.
Will Regis do the same thing?
Went back in to get changed, yeah. So, have a look at Chris Wilder. He's gone for the more relaxed look there, hasn't he?
Oh, he has, yeah. Jumper.
Yeah, turned the suit down. He's gone for his casuals. But yeah, Regis probably going to get changed in 5 minutes or so after he's led the boys out the tunnel. And here's the noise. Unbelievable. Inside
Absolutely
Wembley.
Fantastic. Look at these scenes as the referee, Chris Kavanagh, Premier League, Champions League and Europa League referee, leads them out.
And VAR involved this afternoon as well.
VAR is involved. Yeah. We'll keep you on top of all that. Look at these scenes. Look at that Sunderland end with a huge till the end. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we've seen the lads, didn't we? There's about 40 of them rolling it up earlier on, and well, it's subsized, isn't it? We've seen obviously the tifo at the Stadium of Light last week, fantastic, and yeah, they're at it again. And then away the lads' banners as well across the top.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing what we're watching. And you know, one of these sides is going to be in the Premier League next season.
Yeah, you know, if you look at it, as I said, there 8 seasons. Sheffield United were there last season. Tough for them to come back down. Who's coming into this game favourites? You would, on paper, you know, 1 or 2 may sway towards Sheffield United. Looking at maybe options coming off the bench, etc. But for me, it's all out the window. It's, you know, crossing that white line, determination, effort, skill, all that technique, everything you've worked on and learned throughout your career comes into this next 90 minutes or so. And I was going to say, obviously, we're not in the red and white this afternoon. We're in that white away kit, aren't we?
In the white away kit, we are, Danny, indeed. As the chairman of the EFL is introduced to the Sheffield United players and then moves across to meet the officials. The other officials are Lee Betts, Neil Davis, and Peter Banks is the 4th official as well. There's Anthony Patterson. He's played here a few times. Dan Ballard, of course, has scored the goals to get us here.
Yeah.
Put the performances in.
Yeah, going on, looking back, obviously there's a few that were involved with the 3 years ago who are still obviously in and around it. Trey then, sort of new into his Sunderland career. He's grown, fantastic player of the season. He'll be looking forward to this. So you go through that team, and who do you think's got to be nervous? I think Romain Mundle comes across as a calm character, takes everything in his stride.
Cool as a cucumber.
Enzo, you know, so you look through, I don't think there'll be too many. Chrissy Rigg, was he still 17, Chrissy?
Yeah.
So he'll be nerves in there, of course there will, but as I say, once the game gets underway and your mindset switches to what you've known, what you've learned, well, say throughout your career, he's only been around it a couple of seasons, but no, big opportunity for these boys.
Yeah, we're going to have the national anthem here at the moment. Well, as the anthem's done, just adds to the occasion, doesn't it? Unbelievable. Unbelievable what this could mean for either football club. We're broadcasting around the world here on SAFC Live. Let's have one final look at the Sunderland side if we can. And the Sunderland side is on the screen right now. Danny, just talk us through that Sunderland side.
Yeah, run us through it once more. Yeah, so Dennis Sirkin, Luke O'Nien, Dan Ballard, Trey Hume across the back in front of Anthony Patterson, Job and Dan Neil, I think playing as more as the two sitters this afternoon, with Enzo just coming inside in front of them. Romain Mundle coming in on that left-hand side, Chris Rigg coming in for Patrick on that right-hand side, and Regis going with a one striker, Eliza Mayenda, and Wilson Isidore drops down to the bench.
Let's have a quick look, if we can, at the opposition side. Our team will pull that up for you right now. And Danny, they've made a couple of changes as well.
Yeah, two changes as well for Sheffield United. I think they stick with a 4-4-2 though. It's Rhian Brewster comes in for Brooks on that right-hand side. And it's a change as well, top end of the pitch. Tom Cannon comes out there for Tyrese Campbell as well, coming back in. So a little bit more of a threat. I think he's quick, he's pacey. And it's that sort of front combo, isn't it, with the big man looking for the flick-ons into the pacey strike partner. So Luke and Dan going to be on their game again this afternoon back there, and it'll be an interesting battle with the two heavyweights on the pitch.
Really interesting battle. Final moments now between these players on the pitch. There's a couple of gatherings between a couple of players. Final moments. What are they saying in those final moments, Danny? This is it.
Yeah, listen, you say you don't need anybody to motivate you really. If you can't get yourself up for what people deem one of the biggest games in football, then there's something wrong. But no, just get around there. As said, we've got a young squad, the youngest in the league. Of course, they've got arguably more experience. They've got lads who were playing in the Premier League last season. Well, that in a way counts for everything. It's what happens now between the first minute and the 90th minute this afternoon. And I said there, those lads in white, hopefully 8, 9, you can maybe carry 1 or 2 if they're having an off day, but 7, 8, 9 of them have got to turn up and put in a good 8 or 9 out of 10 performance for us if we are to get over the line.
Yeah. Final few moments. This game will kick off 1 minute later than traditionally, and that's because every minute counts, and it's a big campaign that the EFL has been running all season. But it's the Sunderland fans who are deafening right now inside of Wembley Stadium, Danny Collins.
Yeah. We were here last year, obviously we didn't do comms, so we got the headphones on, but it's still deafening through the headset, isn't it?
I just had to take my headphones off to fix my hair, Danny, and it's deafening. Yeah. It's absolutely deafening.
Yeah, it's a no contest at the minute, isn't it, between the fans? You've got to say, unbelievable. You knew that was going to be the case, I think, from the Sunderland fans. They'll back the lads. No second chance. How do we go about it in terms of the game plan this afternoon? You know, you want to start busy, bright, on the front foot and get this 40-odd thousand Sunderland fans on board early on. Give them something to shout about. Again, whether it's a Trey Hume thundering challenge on that far side, or, you know, silky move which ends on a shot on target, work the keeper, something like that, just to get them going early.
Is that what you think will happen, Danny? Do you think Sunderland will come out, or do you think it'll be cagey for the first 10 minutes from either side?
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. From our point, ideally,
if you were Chris Wilder or Regis,
I would say, I'd say, listen, get the ball forward early, turn them centre backs early on, get Eliza on the shoulder, get Romain in the game up against Chowdhury there. He's not a natural right back, you know, coming up against what is a natural tricky winger in Romain Mundle. You know, Romain wants to cut inside, but show him as well you're willing to go on the outside on the left foot as well. He's capable. We've seen it this season as well. And then obviously on the other side, different really, because Riggy's obviously not a natural winger playing out on there. He'll want to come inside narrow, link the play up with Enzo and obviously Eliza Mayenda, and then that gives Trey the licence to get past him on the outside. And we know he's capable of putting quality delivery into the box. We've seen it on numerous occasions this season, so it's going to be an interesting one. But on the flip side of that, when we turn the ball over, we've got to be organised, because they'll try and hit us as well. They'll play forward early, as we say, get the ball into Keith Moore, and then they'll get runners off him as well.
Chris Wilder there just behind one of the cameramen as Sheffield United go into a huddle. Sunderland will be doing the same at the other end. As a fact, I can see that they are. We'll see that in a second, I imagine. Final few moments before we kick off here at Wembley Stadium on Saturday, the 24th of May, 2025. Will this date go down in history?
Yeah, see Dan Neil there, giving out a few orders, a little bit of a speech to the lads, getting them going. And here we go, game on.
This is such a big moment for either side. And the referee, Chris Kavanagh, has got us underway. Dennis Serkin has to shield the ball.
Yeah, you see, that's what Luke's going to have to do. It's a mismatch, sorry, isn't it, in terms of physicality there, but he just bumps big Kiefer Moore under the flight of the ball. It's going to be clever this afternoon, Luke, and what he does, and from their point of view, Kiefer Moore will pull on Luke as much as he can.
Van Ballard going back to Anthony Patterson, who takes a touch and moves it across. Threatened there by Tyrese Campbell.
Yeah, just takes a touch there, doesn't he? Allows it to run across his body, and then St Campbell puts the pressure on. Does well in the end, Anthony Patterson.
Chowdhury. Ahmed Hodzik. Luke gets there. This one's picked up by Vinny Souza.
Yeah, just that little zip on the surface there as Luke tries to cushion it for Dan Neil. Just gets away from him.
Hume stops it, but allows Hamer to float one in. And Kiefer Moore's there! And it's a great save from Anthony Patterson!
Oh, yeah, it's the far side. It's gone down as well. Luke O'Nien, is it?
He was in with a challenge with Kiefer Moore, but that was very close for Moore.
Yeah, it's Trey Hume on the far side, tries to play the ball down the line, gets cut out. And that's what he's after, Kiefer Moore. You see there, look to the skies. He pulls on the shoulder of Dan Ballard. There, look. All fed in between centre-back and full-back. And then Dennis Serkin's trying to get there to put him off, and it's a wonderful save for Anthony Patterson down to his left-hand side. You see, as it skips off the surface, what a save that is.
Luke O'Nien might be hurt here. It's a bit of concern for him.
Gordon Banks-esque that, Anthony Patterson. Yeah, first big opportunity to Sheffield United. Say Luke O'Nien stayed down. I know he's had his shoulder. He's had issues in the past with his shoulder.
Maybe a head injury, I think, here, Danny. If we can,
let's have a look from this angle
here now.
You can see.
Was it his shoulder?
No, I think it's his arm. He sort of catches him around his waist area. Look now. It's his arm, I think. Yeah, Kiefer Moore's unsure there as he spins round. He's been scored, but the big left glove of the Sunderland #1 does enough. It's unbelievable, isn't it? He's almost diving backwards there to scoop it from the line.
Great save from Anthony Patterson, but there's definitely concern there for Luke O'Nien. It's the last thing.
Yeah.
It's that shoulder, isn't it? It's that shoulder.
Yeah, you got Chris Metman and Leo Kelder out having a warm-up down below us.
I think he had that operation. I think they're trying to pop it back in there, Danny.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, Luke, he won't want to come off, will he? Worked hard all season, his Sunderland career to get to this stage.
Serious concern for Luke O'Nien with that shoulder injury, which has been a chapter in his life at Sunderland.
He had a period, didn't he, where he almost seemed to go every game. He got a bang on, or he went down, and it hasn't been for a while. But it's a strange one, really, because he doesn't actually compete with Kiefer Moore in the air for the header. It's all on the way down, or his arm's out, and it sort of whips back. I think there, see it back here now. Look, just keep an eye on his left arm. There, he almost hits against Kiefer Moore's leg, I think, doesn't he? And I'm sure.
Is it his right arm? It's his right
arm, actually, isn't it? Yeah. So bizarre. Oh yeah, see, so his right arm's up against him, really, so it's shunted his shoulder, I think, yeah. And straight away, look there, he's in some pain.
He's trying his best to sort it out down there with Pete Brand. I don't know whether Luke's going to be able to continue here.
Yeah, I'm not sure, is it one of them, if they pop it back in, is he then okay to continue, or, you know, it's the pain as well, isn't it, really, but...
There's a straight swap there, isn't there?
Well, there is, yeah. Chris Mepham is obviously your prime candidate to come in, isn't he? You've got Leo Kelder as well, left-footed, if you want to go left side, but I think you'd be looking at Chris Mepham.
They're trying their best to pop it back in, aren't they? But he did have that operation, which should have meant it didn't need that. Or
yeah, just looking at the concern there amongst the Sunderland fans, and there he is. Chris Mepham getting ready.
And you have to be ready in these situations.
Yeah, it's difficult. Again, Chris, he'll have been disappointed at missing out in the semi-finals with Dan Ballard coming in, taking his place, and then again this afternoon. But you've got to be ready and try and get your warm-up done as professionally as you can, really. And then within, what, well, 5 minutes ticks onto the scoreboard now, but there's barely a minute and a half gone, I think 2 minutes maximum, isn't there? And he's going to be out there, Chris Mepham.
Concern from the Sunderland fans. They know how much Luke O'Nien means to them. I think he's refusing to get on the stretcher, but I don't think he's going to be able to continue here. He's in a lot of pain there.
Unbelievable, you feel for him, yeah. He's had a fantastic season, Luke.
It's the biggest game of his career.
Yeah, well, he's been here a few times, hasn't he?
But he's never been this close to the Premier League since he was released by Watford all those years ago. He's tried his best, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So we're going to see first change within the first 5 minutes.
Just getting his shirt on down there, Chris Mepham below us.
He's getting gas and air while he stands up. Luke O'Nien. He's fell to his feet, in fact, behind the goal, Luke O'Nien.
As I said earlier on, Chris Mepham, history from this fixture, obviously at Bramall Lane earlier in the season, when he got sent off, didn't he? Tangled with Tyrese Campbell on the edge of the box.
So the game has restarted. Keeper Moore's knocked it down. Tyrese Campbell feeds it out to Chowdhury, who drills one in. It's quite a flat one. It's up in the air again. Mundle jumping for it. Sunderland really haven't had a spell of possession. So we've been stumped for about 5 minutes. Luke O'Nien's in a bad way behind the Sunderland goal.
Yeah, just waiting. Obviously, Chris Mepham's not come on yet, so are they giving Luke the opportunity to try and come back on? I'm not sure. But
so. Oh, and they're in around the back here. Sheffield United put one in the middle. Dennis Serkin is strong, and Hamer comes in with a big one, and Mundle clears it. And Sunderland can't get the bearings at the moment.
Well, they need to make this change. It needs to happen. Either Luke's got to get back on, which doesn't look likely, or Chris Mepham needs to get back on there. As you see, Dan Neil's dropped in at centre back. The boos from the Sunderland fans. Sunderland down to 10 men. Flag stayed down.
Flag has stayed down, and it's gone through to Hamer, who miscontrols it. But now the flag goes up.
Yeah.
Remember, VAR.
Yeah, VAR
is in action tonight.
I think the first one looked like it was actually offside. It might not have been. Obviously, it happened quite quick. We'll have to see it back in a moment. But flag goes up for the second one on Gus Hamer. And there is that change for Sunderland. Yeah, he is offside. He's clearly offside there. It's poor from the linesman. Trey Hughes looking right across it. Yeah, he actually gets a little touch on it, doesn't he? Off his heel, I think there. Trey just goes away from Hamer, but the flag goes up, as we say, on the second one.
He's getting the hero's applause, is Luke O'Nien. In fact, he's getting the crowd going, despite his pain, as Chris Mepham now is on the field.
Yeah, just having a look, Chris Mepham having a little joke there with his countrymen, isn't he? Kiefer Moore, Welsh internationals. As Luke makes his way round, good round of applause from those Sunderland fans.
Ballard gets there. Hamer comes across, big shot to handball.
Yeah, gets there eventually, a couple of shouts for handball. And Sunderland now try and get the ball down and try and get a few passes together. Get going in this playoff final.
Serkin tries to move it forward, asking for a free kick. Doesn't get one. Another Sunderland player down in the middle.
I think it was Dan Neil, wasn't just on the stretch there, just gets there ahead. I think it was Gus Hamer coming late on him.
Hamer, Trehune with a big challenge. Sunderland still struggling to get hold of the ball here.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit heated. A few challenges going in. That far side.
This Cabernet knows that this game could bubble over.
Well, sometimes that's what it takes. As we say, a thundering challenge. There's a couple going in. You can hear the Sunderland fans get some going.
Ballard covers.
Yeah, he wants his goalkeeper to come and get it. Stays at home, Anthony Patterson. And again, you see that big diagonal. Kiefer Moore, he's won 2 or 3 already. Those knockdowns with his strike partner. Got to be switched on back there, Sunderland.
Burrows. It's it down the line. Trehune has it now. Now Enzo Lefebvre. Just Rigg. Trying to twist his way out of it.
Yeah, the first one initially was a good ball, wasn't it, into Enzo. Could have perhaps turned actually. He's a little flick to Chrissy Rigg there, but he could have turned and started to drive at that Sheffield United back line.
Throw in for Sheffield United. Anthony Patterson has it at the moment.
Joe trying to get involved in the game. We haven't mentioned him so far, have we? In that midfield there, trying to get on the ball areas again.
Dennis Serkin. Serkin. I don't think that's going to go, you know.
Oh, that's the free kick. Yeah, he's trying to see it out, Dennis Serkin. It hasn't got the legs on it. See it here now. Pressure from Chowdhury. Puts his leg around him. The linesman right on top of it deems it enough to be a foul. But that, going back to it 10 seconds earlier, but Dennis receives the ball there, something we mentioned earlier. Flipped the ball in behind. He's played a ball into Remain Mundell. He's getting pressed tight. Put a ball in behind them early on. You know, 13 minutes on the clock. Yes, we haven't played that long with the stoppage for Luke O'Nien, but we haven't yet put a ball in behind that back line of Sheffield United. Everything's been in front of them so far.
He's Job for Sunderland. Dennis Serkin. Dan Ballard. Over the top. For Elias Mayenda. We haven't seen him yet, Danny.
Yeah, well, that's the one though. See Dan Ballard, he just apologises, I think, to Mayenda. But that's the one though. Just leave it outside the 18-yard box in that square there for Mayenda. Something to go at, really. It just skips through to Cooper in goal for Sheffield United. This is his first touch, maybe. A couple, has he?
Ballard. Sunderland are quite compact in the middle, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's the way. Let's have a look at Sheffield United. They get bodies around Kiefer Moore.
Peck tries to swing one in. And Brewster.
It's
a slip from Job. Now Campbell. Stopped by Chris Mepham.
Yeah, well, you've got to say Sheffield United have started the better of the two sides, haven't they? A lot of ball, and going back to your point, Frankie, there, yes, they were narrow and compact, but as soon as that ball goes forward to Kiefer Moore, they're getting bodies around him, and he's winning his fair share so far. And you have to accept that sometimes with the physicality and the size of him.
Mundell trying to get it.
So Elias Mayenda, he just couldn't get the ball under control there. The first real opportunity, he's looking at getting that Arma Hodzic.
Sunderland fans find their voice again. So Regis will have had all his preparations done, and then Ryan, injured early on.
Yeah, anyway, but it's a straight swap, isn't it? Obviously, you know, he's been fantastic, hasn't he, Chris Mepham, since he come to the club. So it's not as if we're having to throw a young, inexperienced player in there. You know, he's got numerous caps for Wales under his belt now, Chris.
Yeah. We've seen in these
playoffs,
playoffs,
a lot of big games.
Defenders have come from nowhere to have performances of the season, Danny.
Exactly that.
Michael Cooper has it. There's a long ball, watched by Dennis Sirkin. Sirkin couldn't get a good contact on it. Ballard comes out to meet it. Peck. Good challenge from Chris Mepham. Mundle goes into the middle where Dan Neil moves it on quickly. Now Chris Rigg.
Again, just trying to get Enzo. I think he's had one touch really, hasn't he? That one on the far side where he flicked it onto Chris Rigg. But you see him here now, just dropping in. He wants to get a touch on the ball, and he's having to come deep to get involved in the game.
Job goes through the middle. Finds the ball for Romain Mundle. Mundle running at Sheffield United. He's won a corner.
Yeah, well, that's the first opportunity he's had, really, isn't it? Up against Showering. He does go on his left foot, and it's a good block from the Sheffield United fullback. Just behind for the corner. Dan Ballard makes his way forward there, edge of the box.
Well, the last time Enzo Lefebvre took a corner, Dan Ballard got on the end of it.
And the stands erupted at the Stadium of Light.
Correct. Enzo Lefebvre.
Oh.
Michael Cooper gets there.
Counter.
And they come out, Sheffield United, with pace and numbers.
Yeah, Job does well.
Vinny Souza goes back.
Good from Job there, you see Job. Well. Yeah, but Job especially, you know, he put the burners on, get back in, goal side, slows the attack up.
Rigg goes across and steals it. Gone out on the far side.
Yeah, he's unlucky there, steals it off Gus Hamer, doesn't he? Counter-attacks on, just goes out of play.
Big jump, and it's an uncomfortable jump. Thankfully, Chris Rigg's all right.
Yeah, he was up early, wasn't he, Chris Rigg?
Chowdhury.
See there, comes over the top of him.
And Brewster, searching ball. Anthony Patterson should get there.
Yeah, good from Dan Ballard, matches Campbell all the way, just gets across him. Sees it home to his goalkeeper.
Just trying to get a bit of possession here.
Yeah, it's cagey, isn't it, across the back? That's what they're looking for there, that little opening just to feed it into either Joe, Dan Neil or Enzo Lefebvre. Build their way up the pitch.
Here's Romain Mundle. One inside.
Needs a bounce pass. Yeah, just as he comes in there, actually, Dennis Sirkin, he finds himself in the centre forward position, and as Romain comes in there, he needs to stay his ground and then just you know, use him as a wall pass really, and he comes out of the slot, Dennis. Well, there's Regis, he's stuck with a suit.
Smart.
Yeah.
He's got a certain je ne sais quoi. Chowdhury. Job. Left on him as well.
Yeah, Sousa wasn't a bit rash there. He's going nowhere, Job. He's got his back to goal. Cheap free kick.
And Ballard thinks about the forward pass. Gets it back.
I see Sheffield United again going back to see it here now where they go with the two strikers. They're happy just to sort of sit off, allow Sunderland to have it in these areas, not really coming and pressing, just screening more so. Good Sunderland just edging the way up the pitch.
Yeah. Taking the sting out of it a little bit. Too much on that one.
Yeah, just didn't have the pitch to work with, did he? Dan Ballard tries that little big ball in behind, just skips away from
getting
it.
the foothold in this game, though.
Yeah, a little confidence, a little bit edgy early on, and obviously he said they went direct, and Keith Moore winning his fair share. Had us on the back foot, but they've settled down now.
It's packed to the rafters in the Sunderland end. Everyone knows how much this means to the football club. How much it means to the city of Sunderland as well. Serkin competing. It's Brewster who wins the header. Mepham against his countryman.
Yeah, he's done well, Chris Mepham. And, you know, I played against Keith Moore years ago. Actually, he was a young lad coming through. But these types of forwards, 6'7", you've got to get up early and try and get over the top. And Chris has done it twice, you know, since he's come on the pitch. He knows he'll have trained with him hundreds of times in the Welsh camp, as you say.
Over the top. And Anthony Patterson's come a long way off his line.
Yeah, does well. Makes
offside
decision
anyway.
early. It's quite a late flag.
Remember, VAR is in activation this afternoon. Moves it on. Dan Neil. This is Mayenda. Eliza Mayenda. Eliza Mayenda still going.
Whoa.
He's won a corner.
Well, there we go. First time he's really got into the game, hasn't he? Fed on scraps so far, but picks the ball up there, driving again, goes on his weaker right side, but wins the side of corner. It's positive from him when he picks the ball up. Just drops off. You see there, is it Robinson that comes tight? He doesn't want to go in there, Jack Robinson, because he doesn't want to get in a foot race with him. And then he leaves one or two behind, and eventually they manage to scramble it behind for the corner. Sheffield United.
Trey Hume will take it from this side.
Yeah, well, you've got Chris Rigg if you're looking for the in-swinger with the left foot, isn't it? But as I say, it's going to be the outswinger, Trey Hume on it.
Rigg goes short. Hume puts it in. Defended. There's a race on here, which Gus Hamer has won. And he's running at Dan Neil.
Oh, trouble. No.
Sheffield United have the first goal.
Yeah. Counter-attack, isn't it? We've got 4v2 there as well. From a Sunderland corner. Gus Hamer and Tyrese Campbell have punished Sunderland. And the Blades are in front.
Tyrese Campbell scores for Sheffield United.
Yeah, well, they try and work a short corner, Sunderland. Chris Rigg comes out into feet, sets it back for Trey Hume. It's quite a flat ball. They clear it, Sheffield United, and they break the pace. Sunderland can't get back in, they can't get organised. Sit it back in now there, Chris Rigg into feet, sets it back. Ball in. It's dealt with, and then they're on to us. We had a warning earlier from a corner where they tried to counter on us. And Just keep your eye in the middle there.
Him as pace, doesn't it? What a ball that was.
Yeah, I think it's Enzo Lafay, is it? Trying to get back in a foot race. Campbell, we mentioned his pace before. Good composure, takes a touch. A little dink finish over Anthony Patterson. And Sunderland have got it all to do.
Well, the fans are doing their bit. And as you say, they've got it all to do now. Chris Wilder celebrates just beneath us. Flares going off in the Sheffield United end.
Yeah, got to regroup here now, the lads, because they're having a good spell in the game there, Sunderland. Say they rode out the early storm, really, that big opportunity for Kiefer Moore. They've had some good possession in the last 10 minutes or so. But that's football, isn't it? We spoke about it before the game. I think Sheffield United sometimes are happy for the opposition to have the ball and hurt you on the counter-attack, and that's been the case.
Well, it's been a difficult opening 25 minutes or so for Sunderland. They were creeping back into the game, increasingly more so. Dennis Serkin tries to make way on that left-hand side of his. Sunderland have a throw. Now Job. He puts one in! Nice, Mayenda was under it.
Lovely ball in from Trey, yeah, fed out to him, touch out of his feet. Bends a lovely ball in there, you see Mayenda. Oh, seen it from that angle there. Big opportunity, just can't direct it on target. You know, in between those two Sheffield United centre-backs. Yeah, maybe easy on the stretch, possibly. Can't get over the top of the ball.
And Serkin. Chowdhury misses it. Souza, strong. The ball goes out. It's really flattened.
Yeah, the fans have got to stick with them there now. You
they
see
have, though.
Sheffield
They have.
Fans, of course, they have. Yeah, as you say, the flares have gone off in the Sheffield United end, but these Sunderland fans packed in. They'll stick with this side, try and drag them back into the game. Still a long way to go.
The smell of pyrotechnics goes around Wembley Stadium. This is the first time in 5 playoff finals that Sheffield United have even scored, Danny.
Yeah, I heard that stat earlier on this afternoon, actually, yeah, so put that one to bed, haven't they?
Regis just trying to have a word, switching Dan Ballard and Chris Mepham over.
I was thinking that, actually, even when whichever side Kiefer Moore pulls, you know, Dan could just have a little switch with him, because Kiefer Moore naturally will want to go and pull on Chris Mepham, who's a little bit smaller and obviously slightly less physicality than Dan Ballard. But I just say Dan Ballard, wherever he goes, you go with him for those balls coming forward.
Dennis Serkin. Strong challenge. Referee says no foul. Mundle stayed down. Serkin is then barged off the ball. Loose ball's picked up by Ramin Mundle. He's charging forward with it, Ramin Mundle. Chowdhury gets across. He can't stop the corner. In fact, he's given a free kick.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he asked for it early there, Chowdhury. You see Mundle goes on the outside and he just sort of gets a body across Ramin Mundle. Mundle's not happy. He wants the corner. Good defending though from Hamza Chowdhury.
Lots of Sheffield United fans you can hear at the moment. They've got something to shout about. Sirkin jumps. So does Sidney Peck. Game's kind of settled down a little bit since the goal.
Yeah, Sunderland, again, going back to it, we were having a good spell, weren't we? You've got to keep trying to play your football. Yeah, try and put it behind you. Yes, with a goal down. Still a long way to go in the game. Still try and move the ball. A little bit of purpose, little loose ones like that. Just be tidy on the ball. Get it back though. Yeah, there's another one. Just take care on a little bit, and you can hear the Sunderland fans. Then it filters into the stands.
Can Trey Hume get there? Can you know?
Can.
Chris Riggs got it. Tries to pull one back. He's shouting for a handball.
It's a throw in. Good though from Sunderland. Trey Hume gets there. So he cuts it back into Chris Riggs. Not a lot of space to work with. Surrounded.
Mallard stumbles as he gets past Kiefer Moore. Romain Mundle, seen a lot of the ball, Romain early on. Start for Romain Mundle for a long time.
Yeah, it was 20-25 minutes or so, wasn't it, after his time out. First real time we've seen him and Enzo in the starting lineup together, really, isn't it, with the injuries they've had.
Dennis Sirkin. Joe. To Dan Neil. Enzo Lefebvre. Keeps the move going. Sirkin. Mundle.
Yeah, does well again there, Chowdhury. Doesn't buy it. The dummy, Romain Mundle again, just leans into him, does enough. Discussion there with Ryan Brewster.
This is the goal, and it came from a Sunderland set piece.
Yeah, so it's out of shot there, but they try and work the short corner, and it's cleared, isn't it? And it's Chris Mepham who gets in a foot race with Hamer.
Anyway, ball's back in possession. So you have in fact, Sheffield United have been given a corner. Their first of the afternoon. We've got a couple of monitors going on here, so we can't be 100% sure what you can see, so we'll stick to the action on the pitch. Gassama will take Sheffield United's first corner. Ball's played in. Comes out for the shot. Oh, that's 2-0. Arnel Ahmedhodzic. Was it?
No, I think, is it not Harrison Burrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Burrows, isn't it? Full-back, yeah. Dan Ballard clears the first ball. Corner comes in, edge of the box though, he's free. It's not a clean strike, so it hits it down into the ground, but it goes through a load of bodies. And it finds its way into that bottom corner. Sheffield United, 2 goals to the good. It's a long, long way back for Sunderland now. Seventh goal of the season, you see there. Lies on the end there, edge of the box. Yeah, turns his back on it, doesn't he? Was he 4 or 5 yards away, and then it's Kiefer Moore actually who just dummies it. You see it better from this angle now. See, yeah, sort of stuffs it into the turf, and he sees it late. Anthony Patterson, Kiefer Moore blocks his view.
There's a bit of like energy in the ball, doesn't it, when he strikes it?
VAR checking something.
There is a VAR check.
I think what they're possibly looking at here.
Kiefer Moore's touch?
Interference. Let's have a look.
Interference on the possible offside. Offside possible.
Interfering, yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, he is, you know. I think it's going to be chalked off. I think he's 2 yards away from Anthony Patterson as the ball's. Yeah, you see it there. He takes the strike on. Kiefer Moore, is it? body in front of him. And he's been sent to his monitor, has he, on the far side. Yeah, he's interfering with play, isn't he? He's a yard or two in front of Anthony Patterson, obstructing his view.
This is the first ever time Sunderland AFC have been involved in a VAR moment in their history.
And it could be on their side as well. Sunderland, say 2 or 3 players over there behind the ref having a look at it back on the screen.
Interference on the goalkeeper, yep,
yeah,
you can see it there.
Yeah, surely that Sunderland player is there, but you can see where his boots are there. He's half a yard off the goal line, isn't he?
Boos around the stadium line. Sorry,
yeah,
Wembley from the Sheffield United.
They're looking at Job on the right hand side there. You can see who's actually coming back, but I think it's just offside, you know.
There.
I think it's Vinny Souza, isn't it? Yeah, Keith Moore's.
Referee says.
There you go.
What's he said?
After review,
fans started to
Sheffield
cheer.
United 21 is in the line of vision of the goalkeeper and clearly in pass.
Offside.
Final decision, no goal, offside.
Score remains at 1-0.
Well, I'm going to chalk that off. Chris Kavanagh has ruled that off, and now the Sunderland fans are on their feet.
Yeah, I think it's the right call there. Chris Wilder obviously doesn't look too impressed, but I think they've got it right.
As soon as Chris Kavanagh goes across to look at that monitor, you're thinking this is going to get overturned.
Yeah.
And a massive roar from the Sunderland crowd.
Yeah, well, they were down, they were flat, weren't they? I think their side were 2 goals down, and as I say, they're back in it. It's the crowd a lift.
Sunderland are still in this. And Ballard. Sirkin.
Yeah, scoreboard says 37 minutes as well. I think there's going to be about 9-10 minutes of added on time at the end of this first half.
The injury 09 and the
yeah,
bar.
that incident as well, yeah.
Ball played over the top, looking for Eliza Mayenda. So they get possession, keep possession. Chris Mepham. The Sheffield United fans had the flares out again. They've been extinguished as Romain Mundle comes forward for Sunderland. Steps inside Mundle, finds Job. Now Trey Hume puts one in.
Chris Rigg goes with the overhead kick, doesn't get any connection on the ball, and then it drops to Eliza Mayenda just in behind him. Drops the safety into the gloves. Cooper. I just see Chris Wilder there on the screens in the stadium having a chat with the 4th official in his ear.
Here's Chris Rigg. Goes to the right-hand side, 4th official. That's Peter Banks, whom you recognise as well from Premier League referee.
Yeah, I think you can show Chris Wilder the screen, you can draw lines and everything, but he won't have it.
It's KG again. Sunderland yet to have a shot on target. Dan Neil. Ballard to a big one. Found Romain Mundle. Just comes off his toe.
Lovely switch.
Kind of ball you expect to see from Luke 09, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
he misses it with his right, so it comes off his left leg. Good opportunity, flags up anyway. On there, Enzo Lafay trying to get him into the game. Very, very quiet so far.
Moved over by Tyrese Campbell. Dan Ballard. Sirkin trying to get it back off Eliza Mayenda. Loose ball goes to Sheffield United.
Yeah, it's sort of that second phase, isn't it? We're getting it from defence into midfield, and then it's that next one, the loose touch, or we're not quite sticking it and getting us up the pitch. It's a good ball.
Held up by Kiefer Moore. Hamer gives him it straight back. Oh, it's a lovely ball into the middle. Too much on it though. That'll burn out.
See it again. I think Jack Robinson just drops a lovely ball onto the head of Kiefer Moore from front to from back to front, and they're up the pitch again. Sheffield United. Kiefer Moore outside of the right foot, just trying to bend it behind. See it there. Look, lovely ball, and then bang, cushion down. It's onside. You can see, and then there, see what he's looking for. Just trying to feed it in behind Dan Ballard. Too much on it.
Downfield by Dennis Sirkin. Go again. For movement.
Yeah, needs a little bit more static.
Big shift there from Dan Ballard for Dan Neil. In fact, it's Enzo Lefebvre. Is it? Oh, it's Trey Hume on the far side. Forgive me. It's a big old pitch.
He's got a turn there, yeah. Chowdhury's dropped off, he's got 10 yards. You can hear the Sunderland fans to our right hand side giving him the shout for turn. Dennis should be giving him the information.
Ballard. Lefebvre. Think about the control there.
Yeah, fizzed that in from Dan Ballard. Good touch.
No, it's Dan Neil. This is tense, Danny. Someone just sticking in a final third at the moment.
As Mayenda loses his footing.
Hamer with a big smash downfield towards his teammate. Don't think he's going to get there. Tyrese Campbell.
This is where we've got to be brave here now. We're getting into these areas and play forward if you can. Don't turn it down. Need a little bit more movement at the top end of the pitch as well. We're too static. Dan Ballard, Chris Meppin, when Jobe and Dan Neil are getting on it, they need runners, they need movement ahead of them.
Meppin looks forward. He brings in Dan Ballard. Trying to get his foot in there. Souza. It's a big presence in midfield. But Marim Mundle takes the ball. And he's still gone, Marim Mundle. Just tackled at the decisive moment.
He's just looking for a yard underneath the opening and the counter-attack again here. Sheffield United.
They look dangerous, don't they?
Yeah, Kiefer Moore, yeah, he looks to the skies. It's on there. Tyrese Campbell turns it down. Yeah, I think it was Armour Hodzic. Well-timed challenge at the edge of the box, wasn't it? As Romain was looking to get a yard to pull the trigger.
Hamer. Finds the ball for City Peck. And he finds that. Good shirts in the way. A good pass completion record, Hamer, in this game. Sirkin gets his head in there. Jump from Dan Neil. Sirkin goes again.
Side.
Two players come together.
Yeah, I thought Tyrese Campbell was just half a yard offside there off the back of Dan Ballard. Flag stayed down.
These situations, Sheffield United quite happy for someone to have it. We're going to see 8 minutes of added time. stopwatch on, Danny.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise us, as I say, with the stoppage for Luke and the offside goal. VAR intervened. Can Sunderland carve out one good opportunity before the break, try and get back on level terms?
Ballard. And Mundle. Now Job. Moss dropped in, trying to defend. So he's with Job as Job finds a pass. Someone creeping up the pitch once again. Here's Chris Rigg. Trey Hume. And Ballard. Has to stretch, gets there. Dan Neil. Eliza Mayenda. Wants it back. Gets it back. Side netting. Corner.
The ball. Yeah, it's good from Sunderland's patient build-up, isn't it? Trying to work an opening. Get into that final third. Mayenda wins the side of corner.
Well, last time they had a corner on that side, it didn't go to
Yeah,
plan.
so they've got to be switched on. So trying to work that short corner, get punished on the counter-attack.
Got to be careful here, Sunderland. Recycled.
Good ball, Chris Rigg.
It just bounces off Trey Hume. Neil gets it this time.
And the switch of play just comes off Trey Hume, doesn't it? Invites the challenge. And they scramble it clear, Sheffield United. Sunderland try and build again.
Ends all of it. Neil. Romain Mundle. Defended by Brewster. Mundle does well to keep possession though for Sunderland. Here's Mundle.
Space.
Bit of space to exploit. Flat ball in!
Oh.
Is it going to drop? Played by Hamer into the air. Stretch and challenges. Hamer with the flick. Sunderland come again. Eliza Mayenda. Is he fouled?
No, the referee thinks he's got the ball. Oh. Shoot in the back from that angle, seeing it back. Doesn't really complain though, Eliza Mayenda.
Dan Ballard comes through and wins it. Job moves it to Dan Neil. Mepham. He's in Ballard.
So Sheffield United just happy to sit in that sort of low block, aren't they? 4-4-2.
Dan Neil releases Trey Hume. Trey Hume takes a touch. Now crosses one. Chowdhury gets over the header. No Job. Dan Neil. Strike from Chris Rigg.
Doesn't catch it clean yet. Sits there for him to hit. He sees frustration. It's not a great ball, is it? It comes back to him there. Just chokes it into the ground. Comfortable for the keeper.
Well, we played 5 minutes of the added 8, Danny. Big challenge comes in. And Sousa, everyone stops.
Yeah, coming together with Joe, wasn't it? Both end up on the floor. Sunderland get the decision.
Throw in.
Sousa thinks it's come off Joe at the end, doesn't he?
Here's Dan Neil. Mundo looking for Enzo Lefebvre. Enzo Lefebvre's got there, you know. Enzo Lefebvre's won a throw-in.
It's interesting, every time we play out to remain Mundo, keep your eye on Child, he drops off 10 yards and then he wants one of his teammates to come in and engage, yeah. Booster getting back in, doubling up.
Enzo Lefebvre crosses one. Oh, big shot to handball. Offside.
It's back circle. Strays offside, trying to get back in to win the ball back. Don't think there's been a lot in it over the 51 minutes so far. They've had the best opportunities, of course, but we've had more than a fair share of the possession. Just looking really to turn that into some good opportunities and work the goalkeeper more than we have done.
Big jump. Dan Ballard and Kiefer Moore. Moore picks up the loose one. Sunderland have numbers back. Inside the final minute of added time. Both sets of players are quite happy to see this out.
Sunderland fans getting a little bit restless. They know obviously it's coming up to the break. They want to see the side playing forward, trying to create an opportunity here before the break. There is the half-time whistle.
Well, it's 1-0 at the break to Sheffield United. We'll come back very soon and look back at the action from the first half. But at the break, it's 1-0 to Sheffield United here in the EFL playoff final at Wembley Stadium. Welcome back to SAFC Live. The teams are out following the break. And we all know what Sunderland need to do. They need to score at least one, which would take it in extra time, Danny. 2 would be a delight.
Yeah, as I say, first up, try and get ourselves back into the game early and turn that possession, which we've started to have as the half wore on, into opportunities. As I say there, he's had a couple of half efforts to deal with, hasn't he? Michael Cooper there, Chrissy Rigg being one. But what does he do? Does he give it 10 minutes or so? Have a look at it. You've got Patrick Roberts sat on the bench. Wilson Isidore, Tommy Watson, there's options there for him. Try and get his Sunderland side going here.
Yeah, and we're back underway here at Wembley Stadium. Sheffield United 1, Sunderland 0. Really interesting to work out what was said at half-time. Try and get them motivated.
Yeah, exactly that I said before. Obviously, you don't need motivating in an occasion like this from the players. They know that they've not quite been at it in that first half, but they've still got 45 minutes to try and turn it around. But little things like that, they've got to stick there. Lies on my end, and when he's the front lone player, you've got to get hold of it for your team.
Now, here comes Sheffield United early in the second half. Dan Ballard with the cover, though, on this occasion. Enzo Lefebvre.
Good from the midfield three.
Now Romain Mundo. Sunderland players attacking that Sunderland end. Second,
Ball.
wins a corner.
Yeah, good from Sunderland. As I say, those three there, that little triangle in the middle, out to Romain Mundle. Just slips it in for Dennis Serkin. Hodzic across on the cover. Early corner for Sunderland, start this second half.
Sunderland's actually had 4 corners to Sheffield United's 1.
Hodzic given the responsibility of picking Dan Ballard up. Try and get him free. What's happening? Shot's going off there.
It's a short one. It's clipped in, but it's gone out.
Yeah, all that. See, I think, listen, I'm all for trying things different, but if you're trying to work there, but you're not really getting a better angle, if anything, are you? You know, you're right on the byline from where the corner's being taken. And it ends up going behind for a goal kick. Go back to where we were a week last Tuesday, put the ball in the mixer, give them something to go at. The lads coming up from the back.
Louis Dreyfus, Sunderland owner, is in attendance, as you'd expect. Fans again, proving noisy. Ball popped over the top. Ball's allowed to bounce. Chowdhury getting up on it and see it out full flow. This is Job. Enzo Lefebvre, lovely from him. Chris Rigg now. Rigg miskicks it. Burrows has to deal with this. Slice.
Yeah, it doesn't really help the skipper out there. Burrows, see there, just set it for him. He sort of pops it back at him at a bit of pace. We'll take a touch, Jack Robinson.
Enzo Lefebvre. Job moves it on to Dan Neil. Ideal the ball. Brewster, and it's on here for Sheffield United. Challenge. If it wasn't for a brilliant challenge from Chris Mepham.
Timed it really well and needed to as well. They were in again, Sheffield United on the counter.
Doesn't spell this for Sunderland. Mundle pulls it back. Gets it back, Mundle. Mundle, deflection, corner.
Yeah. Good, game's opening up a little bit, isn't it? Sunderland fans behind that goal, hoping to see a lot more action. What we've seen in the first half in that Sheffield United penalty box.
Enzo Lefebvre will take this one. Looks like he's going to be a bit more direct, Danny.
Straight on top of the goalkeeper, back 6-yard box.
Chris Kavanagh with a close eye on things. It's floated in. Keeper comes, gets something on it. Enough. So we have to try and recycle. In from Lefebvre, lovely floated ball. Sunderland players competing. Hamer gets something on it. Sidney Peck. Here's the counter.
Just played behind him. Yeah. Yeah, you see Peck there. He makes the run down the channel there, and as it shows it just pops up behind.
Sunderland need to keep this momentum, Danny. Is this a little bit of Sheffield United asking Sunderland to come at them now?
Yeah, see what you've got. I mean, we've seen a lot of this sort of towards the end of the first half, didn't we, where Sunderland were getting into these positions.
Mundle, his options on the edge. Balloons one over the top.
Yeah, he's looking for options, wasn't he? As he's working his way away from goal there, you see, and then it's not really there for him. Chowdhury's 2 yards in front of him. He'll just try and keep the ball moving a little bit. He'll keep going though, Romain Mundle.
Going along, Michael Cooper. Ballard wins the header. Souza. Brewster. Chowdhury. Hodzik. Robinson. Robinson again. Sunderland pressing. Robinson goes long. To Sunderland.
Yeah, see from Sunderland doing that pressing. Sheffield United not allowing them to settle on the ball at the back. Forcing Jack Robinson to go long. See what they're doing well, those front two there, they're rotating, just stopping Dan Neil getting on the ball. He's just trying to play off the back shoulder of them there.
Towards Elias Mayenda, easily covered though by Robinson. Sunderland fans encouraged by this. As Ramin Mundle takes it. Mundle drills one in, comes out to Job on the edge. Now Dan Neil. Trey Hume. Enzo Lefebvre. Moore keep it in. Just does it. Well, finds Hamer.
Yeah, this is the danger.
Peck. Oh, and Moore might be in for Sheffield United. Keith for Moore. Stopped by Chris Mepham. Another opportunity.
Oh, they want a penalty.
Now Sunderland's attack. 2 players down inside the Sunderland penalty area.
It's getting stretched for him. Sunderland players stayed down. Well, Sunderland players are asking for the ball to be put out. They had the opportunity to do so. They carried on. Sheffield United give the ball away. Turn into a bit of a slogging match, isn't it, in this second half?
Yeah.
You have a go, we're going to have a go.
Dan Neil.
Just got to be careful, obviously. Of course, we're going to get back into the game, but don't leave ourselves open for that counter-attack. They've had 2 or 3 already at the start of the second half. Opportunities, haven't made the most of it, Sheffield United so far.
Sunderland fans in good voice once again. Now Dan Neil finds Trey Hume in space. Sunderland plays forward, which includes Enzo Lefebvre.
Oh, Elias Mayenda, he's ambling edge of the box there. Get yourself in there, go and get a goal. Lovely ball in from Trey Hume.
Chowdhury goes back out to Brewster.
It's a foul.
Yeah, it's a late one.
See that one back there, but Trey Hume gets a yard again. Fizzes a lovely ball in behind the Sheffield United back line, and so you want your centre forward on the move. He's just ambling sort of 2 yards inside the 18-yard box. Yeah, you see Chris Ray goes flying in, he gets a piece of the ball. Just look at Brewster, he doesn't argue it either. It's not a penalty.
And from Michael Cooper. Big jump from Trey Hume. Mayenda does the same. And then chases it. And he's still going Mayenda, but Cooper was off his line.
Yeah, just don't look down below. Patrick Roberts is out there having a warm-up.
He's the only one at the moment, I think, Danny. Ballard. Sirkin to the left, but he goes straight to Ramin Mundle. Sirkin's overlapping him now. Dennis Sirkin. Stopped by Chowdhury.
He's been excellent, Chowdhury. You know, it's a strange one as well, because every time it's fed out to Ramin Mundle, he backs off and gives himself 10 yards, and then he just waits there. You see, he knows Dennis is on the overlap, and he times it really well again. See why Chris Wilder's been happy to slot him in there at full-back.
Patrick Roberts is getting stripped down there, Danny.
There we go, yeah.
To Sunderland fans, you can hear at Wembley and around the world here on SAFC Live.
It just comes off Enzo Lefebvre there as it's played into him. Chris Mepham, positive pass, wraps it into him, and it just pops off him. change going to happen. Patrick Roberts coming on, who's making way.
Well, Chris Riggs in his position. Oh, the ball falls to him, who floats one over the top, looking for Tyrese Campbell, who brings it down. But thankfully, Dennis Serkin was down the cover.
Lovely ball from Hamer, right down the line of that. Almost he looks to drop Tyrese Campbell in behind, and Dennis, see there, just gets away from him. Dennis is there to mop things up.
He's a great footballer, isn't he, Gus Hamer?
Yeah.
He's got a lot in his locker.
For the season.
There's Enzo Lefebvre in space. Vinny Souza breathing down his neck. Lefebvre still going. Lefebvre shoots. Comes off Robinson. Comes out to Dan Neil. Tries to shoot. Oh, he overplayed it.
Yeah, he's got cries of shoot from the Sunderland fans. I don't think it's on there. Just play it on the floor. He tries to lift it there, Dan, and you know straight away. But they've got to keep going. You can sense it with the Sunderland fans. They feel it's there for them. Just a little bit more quality.
Patrick Roberts is poised to come on for Sunderland. He's going to come on for Chris Rigg, Danny. Sunderland's second change of the game.
Yeah, Chris Rigg. Yeah, again, he's been busy out there. That opportunity, didn't he, towards the end of the first half. That's a straight swap. I was thinking, is it going to be Romain Mundle? Obviously, he hasn't played a lot of football recently and coming up to the hour mark, but young Chrissy Rigg that makes way. Patrick Roberts. Can he get us back into this game? He looks disappointed, Chris Rigg, as you would, you know, you want to be out there and try and get your side back into it.
Sunderland get it back, and they get a free kick. Although I think maybe Sunderland might have wanted to keep going.
He could have played on. I think Joe had the
might
ball.
see a card here as well, Danny.
I think it will be, yes. Romain Mundle takes one off Ryan Brewster. Tyrese Campbell it was, yeah. No, it's Ryan Brewster.
Brewster with the challenge.
Yeah, Brewster, well, that's naughty. That is a yellow card. Showing it to him unless he was behind.
Yeah, must
Tyrese Campbell out of shot.
First card is to Ryan Brewster.
Good from the goalkeeper. There, isn't it? He's on the front foot straight away to come and claim it. Invites it, really.
Bit of a drop in temperature here in Wembley. Wouldn't say it was cold by any stretch, but there's grey skies above. The floodlights do their job on the top of the ring of Wembley Stadium. As Jack Robinson moves it forward. Robinson. Chowdhury. Brewster. For Tyrese Campbell. Allard gets there. Daniel will have a bit of time to decide what he does with this.
Yeah, a bit of space there, wasn't it, as the ball's clipped forward. Sheffield United midfield sat off.
Is Patrick Roberts with his first touch. Goes past Hamer. Looking for Elias Mayenda. Sidney Peck. It's gone out to meet him. The move keeps on going. Stopped by Chris Mepham. Cleared by Dan Ball.
Well, times it well, Chris Mepham sees it early as well, gets across. Just tries to feed her into Tyrese Campbell, isn't it there, yeah?
Two changes come up soon. Andre Brooks and Callum O'Hare.
Two attacking changes. Chris Wilder.
They're waving their scarves from the Sheffield United end. As Anthony Patterson comes and gathers it. He's trying to dispatch it. He does find Job. Romain Mundle. Doubled up on him this time. And Dennis Serkin. Again, space and time for Dan Neil. Patrick Roberts.
He's looking for, it's just a scoop pass, isn't it? I think you see Job there, he's running it. It's going to be better there for Patrick.
Moore. Stops his run. I think Hamer wanted it back.
Yeah, he was away, wasn't he, Gus Hamer? He wanted the return pass. So Keith Moore turned it down. Burrows. Doing up those changes, more than likely straight swap far side, Ryan Brewster for Brooks. And the other one, maybe Tyrese Campbell. Tom O'Hare will just play off Keith Moore, you'd think.
It's too short, the pass, and that allows Sheffield United in and Keeper Moore. Peck to Souza. It's Sheffield United who are starting to get
the ball now. I was going to say it's hard, difficult. Suddenly you've got to keep going, get the energy levels going again. So they've had a good 10 minutes after the break, trying to press Sheffield United and get back into it, but they're just managing the game well now on the ball. Sheffield United. It's a moment in time.
Well, the loose one, though, was picked up by Dan Neil. If he can get there, Hamer's breathing down his neck. And Hamer gets on it. And he's found Peck. Hamer.
Oh.
Starting to orchestrate things there, wasn't he?
Wanted to look a bit leggy. I see Dan Neil there. He's caught in possession as he's looking to pick a pass. One player who doesn't look like he's Gus Hamer. Looks like he's full of energy.
Ryan Brewster goes off, the only man on a card. Be replaced by number 10, Tom O'Hare. The next change will be Tyrese Campbell, who scored the goal. It's Andre Brooks. You can see a bit of a switch around in formation, maybe. I think Brooks will go where...
No, Brooks plays on that far side, straight swap. Straight swap out there for Brewster.
Yeah.
And O'Hare, it'll just be in and around him. He's a different type of player to Tyrese Campbell. He's more of a technician, really. You want to get on the ball as number 10. Just see the goal back there.
To the well. From a Sunderland corner.
Yeah, that's the one disappointing thing, isn't it, when you've got an opportunity at the other end of the pitch and you get done like that.
Referee's quite happy to play on, and again, and finally gives a free kick to Sunderland. They try and take it quickly, and
should be a booking, really.
I think the referee said the ball was moving.
Oh, look.
In fact, it wasn't.
When he placed it, Dennis Serkin certainly wasn't moving. He's gesturing there, it was moving, it wasn't. He put his hand on it, Dennis Serkin, it was a still ball.
Over the top, looking for Eliza Mayenda. Defended by Robinson, only as far as Patrick Roberts. Now Job, as the referee moves away. Romain Mundle. Three ahead of him there, but he's still on the ball. Lefay, Roberts, Serkin, flat one in.
Oh, static again. It's a 1 or 2 look for the cutback. You've got to be on the move in the box, so just keep your eye on the Sunderland players there as it's fizzed in. Look, nobody's on the move, trying to get across people. Corner.
It's Kavanagh with an eye on something.
It's
Hamer and Mundle.
Mundle, yeah.
It's a low one. Ballard's there, tries to flick it on. Roberts with the overhead. Top of the net.
Wasn't a great delivery, was it? Ballard makes the run to the near post. Snaps us up in front of him. Wilson as a goal, making his way back in. Former chairman, player, manager Niall Quinn there, watches on.
Hamer. Sliced it actually. Job tries to get it back, referee right on top of things. Oh, yellow card for Romain Mundle was that?
Yeah. It was, wasn't it? He just pulls Sousa back. Stops the counter.
Immediate activity from either bench at the moment. Both managers sitting down as well.
Towards 7 minutes on the clock as well.
Hodzik to run forward. Sunderland fans try and rally the side again. A rendition of Bob Marley and the Wailers. Three Little Birds. He's Job. Been excellent this season. So many of those players have been for Sunderland.
Could do with him popping up. It's been a while since he scored. Could do with him. Force there from Dan Ballard. Going to Chris Mepham. Tries to miss him out. There's too much on it. Got to keep going, got to keep believing. 22 minutes plus stoppages.
Vinnie Jones. Moore heads it on, looking for O'Hare. Mepham goes back to Anthony Patterson, who smashes it downfield. Serkin's going to have to cover here, and he hasn't dealt with it, and it's an opportunity to create save and a stop, and Sunderland survive.
Yeah, just ponders there, Dennis Serkin doesn't deal with it, and Brooks nips in. And I think Dan Ballard as well gets a great block in.
Gus Hamer's gone down for Sheffield United. Sunderland have the ball.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be in a hurry to put this out.
Sousa's left one on Trey Hume as Patrick Roberts tries to make his way down this side. Roberts! Oh, he's parked out the way! That's surely a foul!
Oh, the linesman's give it. The linesman's give it down below us, waving his flag, and the referee's waved him away. Sousa bumps into him. Look, there you go. Linesman flags up. Referee's not having it. To be fair, the referee, the linesman down below has got a good view. I think it is a foul. Sousa shunts into the back of Patrick Roberts there. There's that incident back now. Yeah, say Dennis gets caught on it. First one at the foot. Oh yeah, and then that stops it. Doesn't it mean 2-0? Good block from Dan Ballard. Brooks thinks he's rolling it into the empty net.
20 minutes left, Danny. Is it worth a roll of the dice making another sub down there?
You've got to be bold and you've got to be brave, haven't you, and commit. And I think
Tommy Watson's getting some instructions.
Coming on. There's Wilson Isidore. It's been a comfortable afternoon overall, hasn't it, so far for those two Sheffield United centre-backs.
Diaz.
It's not a bad option to have coming off the bench either. Trying at this level.
We're going to see Wilson Isidore and Tommy Watson in a second. Number 9's down there in a sling. We'll see Ben Berriton Diaz before anyone, I think.
Yeah, you think Tommy Watson would be a straight swap over on that left-hand side. for Romain Mundle, and then it's just, does he go with the two through the middle, maybe bring Enzo Lefebvre off? Isidore up there alongside Mayenda.
So it is Hamer who comes off. And it's Ben Brereton Diaz who comes on.
So Chris Wilder's changed that for 3, isn't it, in behind. Kiefer Moore is the one that's remained on the pitch. A little bit surprised at that. It looked like he was full of energy. Gus Hamer still.
Sunderland changes, Danny.
Yeah.
Romain Mundle. Wilson Isidore.
And then the other one's Dan Neil. So, just drop. Let's have a look at Enzo's just dropping in there alongside Job, the two-man in there. Going into that 4-4-2 Sunderland. Those Sunderland front two try and mess the Sheffield United centre-backs around a little bit more.
Sunderland throw. Four changes for Sunderland in all. 3 now. Sheffield United. Forced into that early change is the injury to Luke O'Nien.
That's what the instructions are, go a little bit more direct. Don't still try and drag those centre-backs in. One of them's got to drop in at times. Mayenda or Isidore, the other one, run the channel.
Well, they don't want, though, Robinson and Armin Hodzic, they don't want those two running at them deep into the game.
Yeah, they'll get flashbacks from the game at the Stadium of Light earlier in the season, of course they will, but say to this point, 74 minutes on the clock.
Flicked on by Moore. Ballard's trying to his best to firefight there, but there might be an opportunity for Sheffield United. Cleared. Will come again. Burrows. Deep one this time. Headed down. Burrows. Looking for Brereton Diaz. Pulls one back. Cleared again. Mayenda. Goes to Trey Hume. Just gets away from Enzo Lefebvre. Peck. O'Hare moves it on. Oh, stalling.
Oh, he's done well, Job.
He's done well, Job. He goes looking for Wilson Isidore. Couldn't take it in stride.
Just little balls like that, isn't it? You see Wilson, he's asking, I want it into feet, and I think Job's then caught in two minds. He wants to play it into the space in behind.
He won it brilliantly.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Just as Kiefer Moore's pulling the trigger there. Takes it off his toes.
Clear by Peck. Job stretches. Tommy Watson enjoys his first real touch of the ball. Roberts moving it on. Elijah Mayenda! Yes!
Get it! Get it! There it is. And the place erupts. Elijah Mayenda into double figures for the season. What a touch, what a finish. Roof of the net. No chance for Cooper, and the Black Cats are back on track.
Luke O'Nien celebrating down there in the sling.
There he is, tops off, got the sling on. He won't be feeling any pain at this moment in time, and was saying mess those centre-backs around a little bit more. It's been comfortable for them, but it hasn't now. Let's have a look back. Ball down the line. It's helped on their little touch there, just takes it away into Tommy Watson. In there, Patrick comes narrow off the line, feeds a lovely ball into him, touch, bang, quick play, decisive play, move the ball quick, and that's what happens.
The flares are going off in the Sunderland end now.
Yeah. Jack Robinson, he probably thinks I've got him in a good position. He's on his weaker right foot.
Boom.
Eliza Mayenda, yeah, just lifts it, keeper goes low.
Keeper done better there.
Not, I think, you know, it's one of those root for the net, isn't it? But he thinks he's probably going to pass it into that bottom corner. And there's Regis, he loves it.
Right.
Whoa.
Sunderland get another goal in the next 15 minutes. They're in the Premier League, Danny.
Well, the flares are off, Frankie. The Sunderland fans are perhaps losing a little bit of hope.
And here they come again. And look at that. He's got the legs on him.
Keeps it in.
He's not enjoying that at the moment, is he, Robinson?
Well, he wants to get a breather. A little bit of a late one there.
Late one from Enzo Lafayette.
Yeah, the belief's back in those Sunderland fans. I say it's probably sliding away.
Listen to that noise. Listen to that noise. Listen to them.
Yeah, deafening through the headset. Unbelievable scenes.
Joe gets it. Is the momentum with Sunderland now? Now Roberts. Mayenda. Enzo Lafayette. Watson trying to get there. Brooks is there at the moment. Really clear. Ballard jumps. He's going to have to go again.
Wow.
Sunderland want to play.
Yeah, it's been a good battle in there. Job and Souza, two big units.
He's Patrick Roberts.
Just waiting for that, for Trey him on the underlap, wasn't he? Trying to slide him in.
It's on. It's absolutely on. Isidore. Enzo Lafayette. Job. It opens up.
Well, it's there for him. It's almost stuck under his feet, but he generates some power into it. Just on the rise. Yeah, Enzo Lafayette just signalling to the bench there. A little bit of instructions. I thought he was suggesting he was injured, but no, he's just after
instructions where to play it.
Yeah. Here they come again.
Job. Isidore. Wilson Isidore. Roberts had to pull out, was spinning away from him, but he gets it back, Roberts. Roberts puts one in, comes out, only as far as Enzo Lafayette. What's happened here?
The ball's popped. Sunderland have the ball, so I think they'll get possession when the game restarts. But yeah, Trey Hughes just picked one off the cone there. Certainly it's like that. The momentum is with Sunderland. He's got the goal and the tails are up. He scents blood.
Is something magical happening here to Sunderland AFC? Need another goal. Brooks. Souza.
Space out wide.
Ball's played in. It's a diving header. Oh, it's left, but then Sirkin gets something on it. Watson goes downfield.
Yeah, that's Chris Becker, isn't it, in the middle, who deals with it. Ball in. There's a Trey Human behind him. And Sheffield United on the attack.
Well, they'll probably just want to put some passes together.
Yeah, just
get some composure back in their game.
Take the sting out of it a little bit, yeah. Regroup. And they'll go back to the goalkeeper.
Roberts. It's been great since come on. Moving it on to Tommy Watson. Can he get there? Oh, it's just gone out of play.
Yeah, it's the right thing from Enzo there. Just tries to fizz it out early to him. Bit of space to work at Chowdhury. You see there's 10-15 yards off him, but it just skips off his chest out of play. That's probably a little handball in there actually from Brooks, wasn't there? And there's the save there with the big left boot. And then Dan Ballard, massively important block as well.
Stretching pass. Eliza Mayenda comes into it. Roberts tries to stay on his feet. Sunderland throw.
He's got to keep going, Patrick. He's got to get there. He's been involved in the thick of the action, hasn't he, since he come off the bench.
7 minutes left of normal time. Dennis Sirkin. Blocked. Sunderland fans immense once again. They can be heard throughout world football in moments like this. Flick doesn't come off, no hair. Releases the ball for Brooks. Ballard commits. It did just enough there, you know.
Oh, he's doing well on the cover there, Angel Lafayette.
Sirkin does well as...
I think he's actually been a lot better since he's played deeper, hasn't he? And that too, really. Enzo Lafayette trying to get on the ball and dictate play a little bit more.
Eliza Mayenda. Robinson goes in hard. He's coming together off the ball and Shuley's pulled back.
Yeah, Brereton Diaz there, frustrating, isn't he? Patrick Robertson's away. He'll take one for the team. Brereton Diaz.
Third player to get a caution. The Sunderland fans you can hear again in here.
Yeah, little Megs there on Peck. He thinks about it. And then his teammate does. Yeah.
Enzo Lafayette stands over this.
Quite a high line there, you see Sheffield United.
There's one in. It'll be attacked. Keeper gets a punch on it. Sunderland will have a throw on the far side.
Doesn't take any chances, the keeper, does he? I thought he could have gathered it in, but goes for the safety of the punch.
Sirkin. Comes it back looking for Joe, but just gets away from him. And O'Hare attacks and then goes back.
Yeah, I was thinking put ball in, Dennis, there, they dropped off and the body's in the box.
5 minutes left of normal time, just under. Is this one going the distance? Or will someone come out with a winner? That's a proper trade Hume challenge.
Absolute reducer. Another one to add to his reel. Loose touch from Brereton Diaz. Trey Hume says thank you, I'll have a piece of that. Ball of man.
There you go. 82,718. 82,718 people watching the championship game. That's English football for you.
Fantastic, and the noise is coming from the Sunderland end.
Well, they're telling the Sheffield United fans what they think of theirs.
Friendly banter, Frankie.
Well, Sunderland were never going to do it the easy way.
Look at that, there's that reaction there.
Do you know what, I've seen that dad and that son go to games since I've started working at the club. He was just a little boy when I first met them.
Yeah. We've seen these scenes on Regis, didn't we, last week against Coventry and his staff there. Lies on my end there. Keeps on growing as the season has kept on going. The talent in the Sunderland shirt.
Well, City Peck is trying to get the Sheffield United fans going, but they're flat.
He's stayed down there, Brereton Diaz. He's certainly felt that one.
It was the way he landed, Danny.
Yeah, but he's had a sticky 5 minutes, hasn't he? Come off there, he picked up a yellow card, pulling Patrick back, and then felt the force of a Trey Hume challenge.
Look what Nine's down there giving out energy gels now.
Former teammate of mine, back in the day there.
Former England captain.
Yeah.
East Harrington's favourite son. It's Jordan Henderson.
Can't believe he's not amongst it. We've seen Lyndon Gooch down there earlier, didn't we?
He'll get amongst it if we win.
He certainly is.
Sunderland fans, immaculate inside Wembley Stadium. Roaring on their side. 2 minutes left of normal time. Brereton Diaz is going to come off and Tom Davis is going to come on. In fact, there's going to be a double change for Sheffield United in a moment, but all eyes on the pitch.
Sheffield United just enjoying a bit of possession while they're man down, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Sunderland uses this opportunity to creep forward.
The ball stays in play. Now they've got the ball.
Dominating header there from Vinny Souza. Watson gets his hands on. Chowdhury goes down their line. Ballman should get there, it does. I'm going to see these changes now.
Big changes, you say.
City Peck is coming up. Tom Davis is coming on. He scored the winner in the away leg during the season.
He did, yeah, late winner.
Who else is coming up?
Tom Cannon.
Cannon comes on.
That just shows you the riches they've got sat on the bench there, haven't they? So Tom Davis, Premier League experience, Everton days. Tom Cannon as well.
7 minutes of added time, Danny.
Yeah. I'm surprised he was there to say stoppages.
It's played in.
There's a pile up there.
Yeah, there's
Two
a few
Sheffield
players
United
down.
players stayed down.
Referee's going to stop it here.
Hodzic is one of them. The turquoise boots on.
They've made the 5 changes.
Yeah.
Sheffield United. They've had to sub a sub. It's a head injury there.
It's Tom Cannon, first involvement.
Arnell Hodzic.
See the ball back in. Was it Dan Ballard that won it? It was a towering header. Tom Cannon.
Yeah, Ahmad Hodzic on the ground.
Yeah, he's
still
back at his feet. He's okay.
Sunderland still have a sub up their sleeve. Just looking at the bench, there's only
You've got Alan Brown on there.
Alan Brown,
Sheldon defensively, two sort of defensive-minded players
Harrison
there.
Jones.
Harrison Jones. Legs in the middle of the park. I don't think he'd be in a rush really to sort of change it. We had the momentum there, and obviously these injuries, the one to Brereton Diaz, they sort of helped, I would say, Sheffield United, because since Sunderland got the equaliser, the momentum was with them. They were full of energy, the crowd were up, and then this has just put the brakes on a little bit, taking to add it on time.
The former Leeds United owner, Peter Ridsdale, next
indeed,
to
yeah. Sat alongside our chairman. Eliza just taking a few liquids on board, ready to go again.
Chairman of Sheffield United there. He's really felt this one, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was almost, I think he was at the front of the queue really, wasn't it, as the long throw come in. It's a bit groggy, he looks a bit groggy, doesn't he?
Well.
Oh, I know what you're going to say now.
They can make a change
Use it
if
as a
he is
concussion
concussed.
injury. Yeah, and then you can make one, can't you? So.
Well, they don't want to lose one of the best, well, probably their best defender.
Yeah.
And at the minute, they're preparing the stretcher.
And then, as you say, they've got Rob Holding sat on the bench as well. Just have a look back at the goals there. Tyrese Campbell, lovely finish. Touch and a quality dink into that far corner. And then Elijah Meander, net cam, touch, bang, roof of the net. And those Sunderland fans, look at the reactions there. Yeah, just looking at, obviously got Rob Holding there, sat on the bench as well.
Well, he hasn't got up.
Experienced centre-back.
I think they're going to hope that he can come back on, Ahmed Hodzic. But really, they shouldn't risk him if he has got a concussion. He's not the kind of player to stay down.
No. Well, it was 7 minutes, wasn't it? And obviously we've ticked by, haven't we, for a good 3 or 4 minutes already. Oh, loose touch.
Isidore will chase. Ballard jumps. Ball's allowed to bounce. Tom Davis wins it. Another big one from Trey Hume. In fact, it's a finesse challenge. There's such a thing. Here comes Sunderland. Patrick Roberts runs into Tom Davis. He picked the wrong option. Well, it might break here for Tommy Watson. Sunderland attacking. Tommy Watson!
Oh my God! Tommy Watson! Tommy Watson passes it into the bottom corner. His last game in a Sunderland shirt. His shirt is on, and he's in with the Sunderland fans. He loves it, rightly so. Composure, touch out of his feet, finds a pocket of space, and that man there, Kiefer Moore, what has he done for his side?
Tommy Watson has just given Sunderland a parting kiss, which will never be forgotten.
Well, he's come back into the side after the news that he was leaving to join Brighton. And let's have a look at it back now. Here, we lose possession. They're on the counter, it's a heavy touch. And there's Tommy, look, Chowdhury there, 15-20 yards off, and then he uses Jack Robinson that comes across as a screen really and just passes it into that bottom corner. There, Chowdhury doesn't go and engage, and then, it's Sousa, isn't it? Yeah, Sousa who's sitting in there for Ahmed Hodzic who's come off, and he just uses him, Tommy, almost as a mannequin really, and just passes it with the side foot into that bottom corner. What a feeling that must be for Tommy Watson, because he's had a roller coaster of emotions these last few weeks, no doubt. And Sunderland, it's almost there for them.
Well, they're making changes here, Sheffield United. Sariki coming on, I think, but it looks like they're going to put another one on here. I think they've made... I can't keep up with their substitutions. Sunderland are making a change. Leo Kjelder's going to come on. Eliza Mayenda's making way for Leo Kjelder.
Yeah, last few minutes, he's going to try and shore it up at the back, go with that back five. And got a round of applause for the man that got us back into it.
I can't believe what's happening. We've played the added time now. There will be time added on. But be prepared for some unbelievable scenes here. There's a foul on the far side, and Dennis Serkin's going to get a yellow card for that.
This is going to get shelled in there, isn't it? So commit bodies forward now, try and get this equaliser at Sheffield United as the clock ticks towards the end of the game. Thinking about taking it short on the far side, no.
It's quite far out. Let's keep an eye on this. Pumped in, can Sunderland defend it? Leo Kjelder gets something on it. They'll go again. Roberts nearly steals it. Oh, it's going to drop.
Offside. Flags up on the far side.
Sunderland are almost there. Sunderland are almost back to the Premier League.
Patrick Roberts just having a word with the linesman. How long? He's asking how long, linesman. Come on. Sunderland fans think that their side are over the line.
Stick around with us after the game. We'll be pitch side. We'll get reaction. We keep playing. The ball's out again on the far side. We played 9 minutes of added time now. How much more?
Ball's out of play. And the Sunderland fans cheer it like it's the final whistle. They're blowing whistles. But Chris Kavanagh allows play to go on. All eyes on him there.
Isidore stands over it, charged down by Patrick Roberts, cheered on by the crowd, yet we still play on. Isidore jumps, as does Robinson. Ballard's there. Referee's not looked at his watch yet. Enzo Lefebvre goes down. Free kick Sunderland. Yes. We're almost there.
And Enzo turns it like a goal.
We're almost there.
Yeah, it was lovely play, wasn't it? Put a head tennis between the two of them. Look at him there, Enzo Lefebvre. I think he's been excellent second half. Quiet in the first half, struggled to get into the game, but dropped in there deeper. Alongside Job. Jordan, he's up on his feet, smiles on his face.
Don't forget to use the hashtag Ask Danny. Have your say about this game around the world. Are Sunderland about to return to the Premier League?
Oh.
Come on. Enzo Lefebvre picks it up, drills one in. It goes all the way across, and still we play on. We've played 10 minutes. We're only meant to play 7. Roberts swings at it, but does get there eventually. Davis is there as well. Still we play on. We played 11 minutes now, we're only meant to play 7. Surely that's it! Surely that's it! Surely a Sunderland back in the Premier League!
My heart is pounding. There it is. Tommy Watson parts with a £220 million gift for his boyhood club. Unbelievable. Soak it in, Frankie, soak it in.
Sunderland are back in the Premier League after 8 seasons away. I can't believe it.
Unbelievable, mate.
Right.
What character shown, by the way, to come back, started the game sluggish. Goal behind, fantastic save, Anthony Patterson, unbelievable save. Dan Ballard setting off, clearing one to stop them going 2-0 up. Jack Robinson there, absolutely devastated. And then they get back into the game. Eliza Mayenda, first real sniff on goal, bang, top corner, back in it. And then Tommy Watson off the bench, comes in off the line. Keith Lamore, he won't sleep this evening. Heavy tucks, plays him in. They back off, don't engage. Takes a couple of touches and just passes it, caresses it into the bottom corner. And he takes Sunderland to the Premier League.
They can't believe it. We can't believe it. We're going to go down pitch side as soon as we can. We'll bring you more of these scenes. You enjoy these. We're going to get down into our position down there. Sunderland have been promoted back to the Premier League.